I do not know how it has been this long, but it has been 8 months since my last favorites video. If you didn't know, on this channel, while we do talk about a lot of bookish things, every once in a while I like to throw in a lifestyle video, especially a favorite, so you guys know what else I'm loving besides books, because I talk about that a lot. You guys know the books I'm loving, although I am going to share my quarterly kind of favorites. But I was looking and I was like, when was the last time I did a favorites? Because I feel like it has been a long time. It was 8 months ago. Whoops, my bad. So today we are going to kick off with the first quarterly favorites of the year. I would love to do these at the end of each quarter so you guys kind of know what I'm loving in all areas of life. I have food favorites, I have skincare, I have clothes, bookish, podcasts, TV, music, all of it. All of it is here and I'm gonna go over it with you. I'm very excited. I hope you are too. I will have everything linked below. Some of them are affiliate links. However, do not feel the pressure to shop from those. This is just to make your shopping easier so you have direct links to all of the things, at least most of the things. Some of them I can't link, like the food and that kind of thing, but most of the things will have links below, so it's easy for you to find them. But again, do not feel pressured to shop from those links. Again, it's just to make life easier for you. I think that's it. We need to get into it because I have a lot. We are going to start in the beauty department because that is what I have the most of. So we're going to cover everything from skincare, makeup, and hair care. I will link my other favorites videos below in the description as well, because I went back to make sure I wasn't repeating products, because I am definitely a product repeater. If I find something I love, I'm going to stick with it, and some of them are still my favorites, and I was like, okay, I'm going to take them out and I'll just link the videos because some of them are still very relevant and those products I use. But I wanted to kind of give you an update on things that I'm loving, especially from the beginning of this year. So let's start with skincare first. I have really revamped my skincare routine the past couple of months to really just do what works for me. Now, I am a skincare girly, okay? As I get older, I just had my 37th birthday. As I get older, I'm like, I definitely need to be paying attention to the things that I particularly need for my skin, not necessarily like what the masses is pushing out. I have a lot of redness in my skin. I was getting a few dark spots because we were not good with our sunscreen back in the day. And anyways, I just have completely revamped. So literally all of these products are ones that I have purchased and have been using for the past, I would say, maybe even a little bit longer than this first quarter, like 4 or 5 months, and like some of these are even empties. So this is kind of like an empties video too. I'll kind of go in order of like how I use them. So first we will do cleansing, and I am like, yes, this is all the rage on TikTok right now, but it works and it's for a reason, and the price point is incredible. These are both by the brand Anua. I've really gotten into Asian skincare recently. I just find that their price point is really good while still having incredible ingredients and so simple. Like, we're not adding all of these ingredients that we don't need. It's all so straightforward and I just absolutely love it. So yes, I am on the Anua train. I really love them. They work really well for my skin. So we have the Heart Leaf Cleansing Oil. This, if you wear any sort of makeup, literally melts it off in like 2 seconds flat. It works so incredibly well. I love it, but it's extremely lightweight. It's not like a heavy cleansing oil, and I have combination skin, I'll say that. I have like an oily T-zone, but I get really dry in the winter time, and this just feels like just moisture to the face while also still cleansing it and taking off my makeup as well. And let me tell you, the mascara, gone. Like, gone, 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 no residue left behind. So I absolutely love this. However, you should never just use a cleansing oil on its own. You always need to be following up with another cleanser to make sure you're getting the oil off. And I love this one from Anua. It's got a little bit of a grit to it, so it's a tiny bit exfoliating. I am really a fan of liquid exfoliant. I will show you the one that I'm loving right now, but this one works really well on those days where I'm not using a liquid exfoliant, but I just need a little bit of something. This is the Heart Leaf Pore Deep Cleansing Foam, and this, if you suffer with clogged pores, these two together literally pull everything out and to the surface, and it is so satisfying / disgusting to witness, but it's great. If you sit with the cleansing oil and really work it into your pores, you can actually like see what's coming out, and then this really goes in and like deep cleans your pores after you've gotten all the gunk out. I am definitely one that suffers with blackheads more than like whiteheads or anything like that, and this combo, ooh, it's good. But I also just love this on its own for days that I'm not wearing makeup and I just have sunscreen on. I love this. It's such a gentle exfoliant, but it works really well, and my face feels so clean afterwards without that like tightness and drying feeling. The dream combo. I'm gonna put this down because I'm flinging product everywhere, but these work so well. And then, as I mentioned, I do love a liquid exfoliant as opposed to being really like harsh on my skin and scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing. I just love a liquid exfoliant. One, it kind of acts like a toner as well because you're using it on a cotton round and you're kind of wiping away anything that's left behind, but it's also exfoliating your face at the same time. And I have been using the Some by Me AHA, BHA, PHA Miracle Toner. It has it all. I love this. I only use this once, maybe twice a week. It's definitely a powerful exfoliant, and you shouldn't be exfoliating to the extreme every single day anyways, but this works so well. It's made with tea tree oil, it's moisturizing, it's brightening, it does all of the things. It does all of the things that I want a liquid exfoliant to do while still being equally gentle but also powerful at the same time. I should mention, I have the utmost sensitive skin on the planet, you guys. Like, you do not understand the amount of sensitivity that my skin has. I am a rash queen. I am a hives queen. I am a heat rash queen. Like, literally have allergic reactions to a lot of products. I can't use a lot of ingredients. So this is really tailored to sensitive skin. So if you have sensitive skin, these work for me. I can't say that they're gonna work for you, but they work for me. I really have to be extra careful about what I'm using, and these ones, I just love it so much, and I really feel like it works incredibly well without stripping my skin or anything like that. Love, 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 love. And then we get into one of my favorite parts of my skincare routine, and that is serum. I love me a serum because it just feels so good on the skin. It just feels incredible. So I have one for morning and one for night, but without breaking the bank or anything. I'm not spending a ton of money, and actually both of these are empty. I have used them up completely. Repurchased. I actually have full ones in my bathroom right now, and I love both of them so much. I'm a hydration queen. Like I said, I get really bad dry skin in the fall and winter time, and sometimes it lingers in the spring. So I really like to focus on glowy, hydration, redness. Those are huge for me. And because I do use some active ingredients, I do use a retinol occasionally, and with the liquid exfoliant, protecting my moisture barrier is super important for me. So the first one, this is the one that I use during the day. This is the Beauty of Hosan Glow Serum. This has niacinamide in it, which is really good for redness, and this just honestly makes your skin so glowy. Like, it lives up to the name. It is glow serum for a reason. This feels so good on the skin. It sinks in really quickly, but it just leaves you glowing from the inside out. Like, I put this on and I'm like, oh yes, I can see it. I can see it. And I just feel like it works really well, but also having ingredients like niacinamide, which is really good for redness, and I have a lot of rosacea on my face, so this is like a dream, a dream, a dream. It's very hydrating and does what I need it to do, and not that expensive at all. And this little bottle actually does last quite a long time. And then the one that I use at night is by Coco Kind. This is the Ceramide Barrier Serum. So this is what I use for barrier support. Oh, this stuff works so well. It also sinks into your skin super fast, but it is like milky and it just feels so good. Like, I feel like when I put this on, I can feel it working and actively moisturizing my skin without making it overly oily. Like, none of these products flare up the oil that I have in my T-zone. It all works together and it works really well. And this has been a dream, especially since starting using a retinol, because retinol can be extremely damaging for your skin barrier. And this has definitely helped keep that balance. I don't use a retinol a lot. I would say once or twice a week because I do have extremely sensitive skin, and I was noticing as I was using it more that my skin was just not happy with it, and I had to repair my skin barrier because it got really red and inflamed, and I could just tell. I was like, oh, I did some work there. And I used this and a moisturizer for like a week straight just in my skincare, and it worked so incredibly well. Healed it so fast, and it's just a staple now. I cannot not use this. I love it so much. And then last, for skincare, the most important step in your skincare routine, sunscreen. Can we say it again? Sunscreen. I'm telling you right now, if y'all youngins, because I have so many young people that watch me, but like truly though, if you are not wearing a sunscreen every single day, yes, even if it's inside and cloudy, did you know that you can like get sun damage through the window and through your screens? Wear sunscreen, okay? And I have been loving this one. This is the Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella sunscreen. I heard about this. It popped up on Amazon and I was like, that looks intriguing. It's got hyaluronic acid in it, which I know is really good for sunscreen. This is a SPF 50 without being really thick and goopy or with a super white cast. This blends in so seamlessly. It's actually really, really, really lightweight. I wear this every single day. I am literally almost out of it and it's devastating. Definitely gonna have to order some more. I absolutely love the way this feels, and it sits really well under makeup, which was really important for me because I do wear makeup, I won't say most days, but like 3 or 4 days a week, and wanted something that was gonna work really well, but also really powerful in UV protection because I am getting older. I am, having dark spots pop up. I want to just make sure I'm protecting my skin, and this works so well. This is a Korean sunscreen, if I didn't say so, and I just feel like they have nailed it. They have nailed the sunscreen that is so lightweight without having this crazy white cast. It's just it. It is it, and it also has really good ingredients in it, and it's really moisturizing at the same time. It kind of feels like a moisturizer. I love that about it because that's exactly what I want. I don't want it to have that like sticky feeling or that I'm just like I feel like I'm wearing sunscreen. I don't want to feel like I'm wearing sunscreen. This is it. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with it. Before I move into makeup, I did just want to talk about a skincare kind of accessory, if you will. And yes, okay, I grew up in the pop punk phase. Essentially these are just wristbands, okay? They're just sweatbands, but they're cute and they're fluffy, and you put them on your wrist as you are washing your face, and the water does not run down your arms. And let me tell you, I can't say invention ever, but like bring back ever, because genius. Genius. I don't know why we've never thought to do this when we were wearing sweatbands, because how annoying is it when you are washing your face and the water and all the cleanser is just running down your arms? So annoying, it ends up everywhere. This, literally genius. You put them on and it stops the water and the cleanser from running down your arms and keeps it all in one place on your face as it should. So smart. I know, this is so stupid, and it's just one of those things where it's like, duh, but honestly, this is worth the hype. I know everyone has like poofy headbands and they're wearing these right now. These are it. Absolutely worth it. They are like $5. They came in a 3-pack. I literally am obsessed with them, and my husband, he walked in when I put them on for the first time. He was like, really? Sweatbands? And I was like, you don't even know. You don't even know the frustration of having the water run down you and it just ends up everywhere. Literally most annoying thing. Pet peeve. I mean, fixed. Immediately fixed. You need these in your life. I am not one of those people, but let me tell you, you need these in your life. Genius. Okay, now we can move on to makeup. I actually only have one new makeup favorite because, as I said, I was looking back through my other favorites and a lot of those still stand. I am still using the same eyeshadows, mascara, eyeliner, blush, bronzer, like literally all of it. The only new thing for me is my foundation. I'm actually using a skin tint now. I'm a big fan of the BB cream. I don't like full face foundation. It just has never worked for me. It's never sat well on my skin. I just don't really like the look of it. I have freckles. I like to let them shine. I don't want to cover them up. So while yes, I do have redness and that's really what I'm covering, I don't want the rest of my skin to be covered. I want to let it breathe and have it actually look like skin. So for so long I was using either a BB cream or a CC cream, but then came along the skin tint and I'm here for it. I absolutely love it. This is just one from Maybelline because we save money around here. While I do think that some of the other ones are probably great, but they're in like the $30 range, $40 range. I'm not about that life, okay? I love me a $10 to $15 foundation, and this works so well. You can use a little bit and truly just have a tiny bit of coverage while just canceling out redness and that kind of thing, or you can build on it if you do want more coverage. It works that way and it works so well. I actually only apply this with my fingers. I have tried a brush. It works, but hi, these are Nature's makeup brushes, okay? And it works really well. I'm all about quick and ease, and this is amazing. It does say 24-hour. Never tested it. Never in my life would I wear makeup for that long or sleep in my makeup because it's terrible for your skin. But this has vitamin C in it. Only thing that I wish for this is that it had an SPF in it. It doesn't. But I already wear a sunscreen. My sunscreen is SPF 50, so I don't feel like I need the extra. But if you are someone that likes a 2-in-1, then maybe this wouldn't work for you. But that's the only thing that I wish this had. I wish it had a sunscreen in it. It does not. But other than that, I love this. The coverage, like I said, is adjustable. It's perfect. It's lightweight. It doesn't make me feel greasy. It doesn't move around. It doesn't break up or cake or settle. It's amazing. I actually don't even use a concealer right now. I just use a little bit of this underneath my eyes and it works. It's incredible and it's like $13 and it's very glowy. It makes your skin just look so glowy and like that's what we all want, right? That's what we want. So that's all I have for makeup. My last beauty product is actually a hair product. As you know, I have been working on my wavy hair routine. Ever since getting my hair done, my front pieces, this bleach did not do well with my waves. So please ignore that. But one of my favorite products that I have tried and I feel like really makes the difference in my wavy hair routine is a curl cream, and it's this one from Curlsmith. This is just the travel size because I just wanted to try things out and find what works for my hair as I'm still trying to navigate this, but this is so lightweight. It's called the Weightless Air Dry Cream, and it truly is weightless, and I have really thin, fine hair, so products that are extra heavy or just heavier in general, they're not gonna work for me. They're gonna weigh down my waves, and I don't want that. This also has a leave-in in it, and while I use a leave-in already, it's good for those times where you just like want a simple routine. This is kind of a 2-in-1, and I really love it. I feel like it's definitely helped me get more curl towards my roots because that's what I was really struggling with at first from years of blow drying and straightening my hair. It's still a work in progress, don't get me wrong. I know, but I feel like this has made the world of difference. It is on the mid-range price-wise. It's definitely not drugstore. I think a full-size bottle of this is somewhere in the $20 to $25 range, but this little tube, I've been doing my wavy hair routine now for, I don't know, a little over a month now, I think, and like this is not even halfway gone because you don't need that much, or at least for me, my fine hair, I don't need that much, so this is lasting me a while, and I really, 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 really like this. Out of all the products that I've tried for my wavy hair so far, this is definitely my favorite. All right, let's move on to some bookish things. I did want to pick out some of my quarterly favorites. I have talked about one of these before, and I haven't talked about the other one yet because I literally just read it the other day, and I'm absolutely obsessed and know it is going on my top books of the year. So the first one is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I read this, I believe, in February, and it's been a standout for me since. I love a found family trope, and you make found family and you intertwine magic and a little bit of romance, and it gives a very much House in the Cerulean Sea vibes. It's my vibe, okay? It's exactly what I look for in like a cozy fantasy. I just absolutely love it. This one is a little bit more heavy on the romance than some other cozy fantasies, but it wasn't like overpowering, and I actually really enjoyed the third act conflict that was brought in because it wasn't just about the romance, it was about everyone. So I feel like that really helped balance it out, and I just absolutely love it. It's stuck in my brain so much, I think about it all of the time. And then the other one that I literally just read, and I feel like is going to be on so many people's favorites of the year, is Heartless Hunter by Kristen Ciccarelli. This is everything that you want in a romantasy. I don't know what to say. I'm not gonna give like a full review because I want to save that for my wrap up, but this is definitely, it's going on my favorites list of the year. I can't stop thinking about it. No, I know I just finished it the other day. Like, it is on my mind, and this is going to stick with me all year long. This gives me the same feeling as when I read Divine Rivals, A Study in Drowning, Belladonna. Like, it gives me all of those feels that I wanted, and it wasn't like overly heavy on the steam, which is something that I appreciate. I don't really care for it to be overly steamy, and it wasn't. Yes, there was a bit of romance in here. There's actually a little bit of a love triangle going on. I really enjoyed it. It kept me on my toes, and I loved that. I just said that I wasn't going to give you a full review, and here I am. I can't stop talking about it. I love that it made me question where I stood in the love triangle at every turn. I was like, wait a minute. Where am I? Who am I rooting for here? And like, I truly did not know through the entire book how I felt. I'm not even sure I still know how I feel. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say. Absolutely. These two have been standouts for me. I've read some other incredible books, but these are the ones that I can't stop thinking about. And then I did just want to mention some other like bookish things that I am loving. So the first one is this book sleeve. I was never like a huge book sleeve. I was like, why? I'm just going to stick it in my tote bag. What do you mean I need a book sleeve? No, you need a book sleeve, okay? Protects it. Everything has a pocket so you can put in your bookmarks or AirPods or whatever it is. If you're just going to a coffee shop, you can just grab this and go. You stick it in your purse if it's big enough. this is way too big for my purse because I don't like to carry a big purse, but I do like to stick this inside of my tote bag. It just protects the book, and like I'm one of those people that's like really weird about my books. I really try to make sure they stay in the utmost perfect condition. I am a perfectionist if you haven't met me. So like I get the book sleeve. This is from the Bestie Book Sleeves, Rachel. She used to be Happy Go Lucky Sleeves. Now she's Bestie Book Sleeves, and oh my god, I will have her linked below. She's literally a print for everything, but I love this like woodland one. It just works so well. I have like a whole woodland theme going on my shelf, and it just is perfect, and I love it. And I love the like deep red in the middle, and it's got mushrooms, and like what else could you want, but also has daisies, and that's my favorite flower, while also having snails, and just I mean, it's just perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I love this print, but she has a print for everything. Don't get me wrong, like literally everything. And she does bookish themed ones too. So if there's like a book that's like really popular, you know, like when Fourth Wing was popular, or like ACOTAR or that kind of thing, like she has book sleeves themed around the popular bookish books. Oh my god, it's just perfect. I love her so much. She is so talented. And she just did a collab with Darling Desi. Oh, let me tell you, that collab was out of this world, insane, beautiful, stunning. It's so hard not to like go out and buy all of them. But I have a few. They are the ones that I treasure right now, and I just absolutely love them. And then the last bookish thing I have is actually a mug. These only drop like once or twice a year from Book Babe Designs on Instagram. I love her. She does these like hand-drawn mugs. I have a Christmas one that I got 2 years ago now, and is like one of my most used mugs, but I'm like, I can't use Christmas all year round, and it's so hard not to just buy them all when they drop. So I decided to get the Academia one because this had everything that I wanted and more on this print. It is so stunning. So definitely follow her on Instagram. Like I said, she only launches these once or twice a year, so you have to be like looking out for them, but they are absolutely worth it. I get the larger size. I think this is a 20 ounce, could be a 16. I'm not sure. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I get the larger size because I'm not a small cup of coffee gal by any means, but oh my gosh, it is absolutely stunning. The design on here, we have a crow, all the books, the busk. There's a little thing with some mushrooms. Oh my god, I love it. Also just love that it has like some butterflies in there, so it kind of works for like spring and fall, and I just am absolutely in love with it. I also may have gotten a cheeky little one for a giveaway, which I'm going to be announcing very soon. I'm just waiting to get a few other little bits. So the giveaway is coming, my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, it's coming, and it's going to include one of these mugs. It's in a different print. I couldn't decide between the two, so I got both and then was like, okay, I'm going to keep this one and give away the other one. It's stunning, you guys. Definitely keep your eyes peeled. The giveaway is coming. But yeah, I absolutely love these. She also does like t-shirts and bookmarks and all other bookish things, so definitely give her a follow. Let's move on to some like entertainment things because we just talked books. Let's move into like music, TV, movies, that kind of thing. Music, I've been playing Noah Khan non-stop. It's literally a problem at this point. I haven't listened to anything else. No, I haven't listened to anything else. I don't know what you want me to say. Stick Season is the perfect album. It's the perfect album. And Stick Season forever, literally the entire thing. Like, you can do no wrong. It's perfect. I wouldn't change a thing. I'm in love with it. And like, that's all I can say. Tortured Poet comes out literally in a couple of days. I know my life is going to revolve around that for the foreseeable future. So right now I'm just like in Stick Season until we get Tortured Poets, and then that's all I will be listening to. For podcasts, I actually have 3 that I've been loving. One of them I feel like I've mentioned before in a favorites video, but I'm just gonna mention it again. It's Something Was Wrong. I love this podcast so much. I have our host Tiffany, and she follows different women's stories from their experience, and it's everything from like, you know, having an abusive partner to dating online and like navigating that and their experiences, to stalking, to fraud. Like there's so many different stories that are covered by these women, and it's just their experience. It's not just women either. She definitely have had some men on there as well sharing their stories, and it is just so interesting, I guess is the word, and also just empowering because she lets these survivors tell their story, and the way she handles it is with such care while also empathy. And she had a season where she shared her own story, and that was like so incredibly heartbreaking. And I love that she keeps like up to date with all of the stories as well. It's just incredible. So it's not quite like true crime, it's more like a victim impact story, and it's just so empowering and also just makes you feel seen if you've gone through it or not. There's some aspect of takeaway that you can have, and I just absolutely love it. For true crime, I have been loving It Couldn't Have Happened Here. This is Hillary Burton podcast. She has a show actually that she does on Sundance, I believe, and where she covers different cases, and her podcast is actually going like deeper into the case and more like behind the scenes, not only of the show, but also just the case in general, and I really loved it. I haven't watched the show, but I really love the podcast, and I got enough out of the podcast. For the show is typically just like one episode or a couple of episodes. You know, the podcast is like 10 or 12 episodes, so you're really getting more of the case, more of the background, and I'm just a podcast girly, so I really loved it. Plus I just love Hillary Burton, but like the rest of her team that she has on there, they all work really well together, and I just absolutely devoured it. She has a couple of seasons, and I know that a new one is coming very soon. And the last one is kind of a guilty pleasure podcast, and it's Let's Be Honest with Kristen Cavallari. Look, I was a Kristen Cavallari fan, okay? Like, yes, I loved Elsie, but like Kristen, just entertainment purposes, immaculate. I always loved the drama that she brought to Laguna Beach and the Hills. Like, I just love it. I just loved her so much. I love how honest she was, and she has a podcast now, and she does episodes with like her best friend. She does episodes with different experts and that kind of thing, but overall it's just like her talking about her life, and it's just a kick. I love it. She is so blunt and so honest and just completely herself, and I love it, and it's such a guilty pleasure. It's like watching reality TV, but like when it's actually reality, and I just find it so entertaining. So that is my guilty pleasure podcast. I watch it on YouTube actually, because she does have video format on YouTube. I love it. It's so fun to watch. My favorites are the ones that she does with her best friend Justin, because their dynamic is just so funny. But I just have loved some of the other episodes too, and some of the other experts that she's brought on. It's just entertaining and interesting too. And then moving on to TV and movies. I mean, do we say anything else besides the Eras Tour? I don't think we do. So like that in and of itself is all I need to really say, but I'll give you a few others too. Besides that, I have been on a Suits kick. I'm watching Suits for the first time, and I have an absolute love-hate relationship with this show. I love it, and I equally hate it as well. I hate some of the storylines, I hate some of the relationships on there, but I also like love the characters so much, and I just find it so funny and gritty and good humor while also being dramatic. And like, did I ever think that I would care about a show that has to do with lawyers? Not in the slightest. I love crime shows, but like CSI and Criminal Minds and that kind of thing, follow from just the lawyers, not really my jam, but this is so well done, and the cast is amazing. Gabriel is one of my favorite actors in general, so like I already knew that I was gonna love it because he was on there, but him and Donna, don't even get me started. Harvey and Donna, they make the whole show. They make the whole show. And Lewis, with some of his other relationships, like Lewis and Katrina, Oh, stop. Their banter and dynamic literally made the show. I have an unpopular opinion that I literally despise Mike and Rachel. Like, as a couple, I don't think they have any chemistry. I don't believe in their relationship. I literally do not believe it. Like, whenever I see them on screen together, it gives me the ick big time. I am not for their relationship. I have so many other things, but I'm not going to talk about them. But I have been on a Suits kick. I'm not done with it yet, so do not ruin it for me. I'm only on season 5. Do not ruin it. I do like how dark this season has gone, but like, I'm over Daniel Hardman. He can get out anytime. And then the last show that I have is Physical 100. This is such an interesting show. This is a Korean fitness competition show. So we have 100 contestants that come in, and they are like the most, like the tippity top of the best physique in Korea. And I mean, there are some people from other places as well, but mainly Korea. And oh my goodness, it's honestly like the epitome of just beautiful bodies everywhere. It's insane, but literally from people from all walks of life, and they compete in this fitness competition. It is all captioned, so there is like voiceover and that kind of thing, so you wouldn't think that it would be like that entertaining, but it is so entertaining and so gripping, and me and my husband are literally like obsessed with it. We were on the edge of our seat, and they always leave you on a cliffhanger, and it's so annoying, but also just keeps you coming back for more. And the competitions are very much like Survivor kind of competitions, but also just to test like the overall physique of the people. So there's like strength competitions, endurance, there's ones that have like puzzles in there, so they're also using like their smarts at the same time. Oh my god, it's so good and entertaining. And like, while I don't know any of the people on the show, in terms of like celebrity wise, there are a lot of like Korean celebrities on the show, so it makes it that much more entertaining. They're like, oh my god, they're from that TV show, oh my god, they do this music, and like, I don't know who they are, but I love learning about it, and it's just so fun. It's absolutely so fun. They're on their 2nd season now, and it's so good. So if you like any sort of like competition show, but especially like fitness competition, or you just appreciate fitness in general, I highly recommend it. It's so good and gripping, and just like, I cannot get enough of it. Alright, moving on, we have clothes, and I'll be honest, I don't go clothes shopping a lot, like at all. So these are workout clothes, because I'm very picky about my workout clothes, so they have to be just right and like withstand. And finally, my leggings that I've had from Aerie for like forever, they just needed to go. They were like literally 10 years old and becoming see-through, so I was like, okay, I need some new workout leggings. And I got a pair of shorts last year from this company. I think it's called Ojo. I don't know how to say it, but I will have it linked below. And these are incredible. So I got a pair of leggings this time. What I love is the back of them has this really cool detail. So it's really like flattering on the booty. They don't have any scrunch. They do have an option to get ones with the scrunch but like, I go out on walks and stuff like that, and I don't want to draw attention. I just don't. I don't need to be worrying about that when I'm already worrying about my surroundings. So to each their own. I don't prefer a scrunch butt. I prefer just a regular bottom, but I do like to have some detail to make it at least a little bit flattering. So I love the back of like this waistband, because it comes to a point and it just looks really lovely. These are seamless in the front as well, and they are honestly so buttery and so comfortable, but also just the perfect amount of compression without being super compression, because I don't like to feel like a stuffed sausage in leggings. I want to be able to move. I want to be able to sit down and feel comfortable, and these are it. They're the perfect amount. I mean, obviously they're stretchy, they're leggings, but they're the perfect balance between compression and just being comfortable. They also have a really cool like leg detail, which you would not be able to see, but I absolutely love them. Because I did get a pair of shorts for them last year. They're like a biker short, but they're like, I want to say that they're like maybe a 6-inch short. They are so comfortable as well. I'm absolutely in love with those as well. I want to get another pair of those for sure. They don't have any pockets. That's the only thing. They don't have pockets, but like I'm used to that with leggings. So that's not like a make it or break it for me, but oh my God, absolutely in love with these. And then I was looking for a pair of shorts that weren't like biker shorts, that were just kind of regular athletic shorts. But my problem with them is that I have bigger thighs, and you know, when you walk, I feel like my thighs just eat all of the shorts, which is why I typically go for a biker style as opposed to like the flowy kind of short, because I don't like when I have to like fix them constantly and pull them down. If you know, you know. It's so annoying. So I was looking for a pair of like flowier athletic shorts that I could wear out on my walks that weren't, you know, the typical biker short, but that like my thighs would not eat while I was walking. And I found a pair that I really love. These are from Crazy Yoga or CRZ Yoga on Amazon, and they just look like your typical kind of short. They are a mid-rise, which for me, I have a really short torso, so works. But if you have a really long torso, then you might not want to go, you know, depending upon where you like your shorts to sit, these might not hit as like a high rise for you. I have a really short torso, so they hit like above my belly button. So there's that. But these are a 5-inch short. I did size up in them because when I got my regular size, they were riding up in the middle and like the crotch area a little bit. I typically would go for a medium. I got a large in these and they don't ride up, but they still look really good and they don't look like oversized or anything like that. They still fit, and they do have a little drawstring in the front so you can tighten them if they don't fit your waist, because I have a, you know, I'm kind of hourglass, so I have like a smaller waist and bigger hips, and these just work so well. I love the 5-inch because it gives me that extra length where, like, you know, because my thighs are up together, it's gonna happen, you know? I'm going to essentially eat my shorts. But these don't ride up. And they do have the built-in underwear. They're not a short, they're just like the regular built-in underwear. So I know these are gonna work really well in the summertime, and with the 5-inch be that extra, you know, that you need in the middle, so there isn't any chafing or anything like that. But yeah, I love these, and I'm just happy to have like a regular short like this again, instead of just going to biker shorts all the time. Don't get me wrong, I love a good biker short, a good fitted short, but sometimes I don't want that. Sometimes I want to have airflow. So I'm really happy I found those. Again, they are a mid-rise. I don't know if they have a high-rise in the longer inseam, but you could do some scouring. Overall, that brand is absolutely incredible. And then we're gonna end off on food, because that's just one of my favorite things. I actually only have 2 food items to share with you. The first one I don't have actually with me, so I'll just pop a picture up here because, well, I technically do have it with me. It's in the fridge, but it's a little leaky at the moment, and I just didn't want to like bring it up here and have it sitting out while I was doing this video. It is like the International Delight cold foam for coffee. It's literally so good. Typically I go with the Silk Oat Milk Creamer. That is my go-to because it froths so incredibly well. But on days where I'm feeling hella lazy and I just don't want to wait for the frother, which, like, I know, first world problems, but like sometimes I just don't want to wait for the creamer to froth. I just want to go, I want to pour my coffee in and be done, and this cold foam is actually so delicious. It's the perfect smooth consistency while also being sweet. They do have it in a couple of different flavors, but I just got the sweet cream because that's just typically my order from Starbucks anyways. It's just the vanilla sweet cream cold brew. I love it. It's simple, and that's what I tend to make at home, and I love, 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 love it. It's so good. It's sweet, it's foamy, but it's smooth. It blends into your coffee really well. Oh, it's just so delicious. So delicious. A tiny bit overpriced in my opinion, but it is delicious and will save you money in the long run if you're not going out and buying coffee every day. And then my last food item and last favorite, I have become kind of a tea and biscuit connoisseur, shall we? I drink tea every night. I don't go anything crazy, so I don't have like a favorite tea. I just go with like peppermint or spearmint because peppermint's good for your stomach, spearmint's good for your hormones. That's where I roll. Sometimes I will mix them together. I typically go for that. But biscuits, I've tried so many, and these ones are definitely my favorite. So they are the Trader Joe's all butter shortbread sandwich cookies with raspberry filling. Let me tell you, if you can get your hands on these, you are a lucky, lucky duck, because they go out of stock so incredibly fast. I got a box of these like 2 months ago, and then my Trader Joe's did not have them until this past week, where I grabbed another 2 boxes because I was like, yoink, they're there, and I'm taking 2 boxes home with me because I need to have these in my life. They are so good. Perfect buttery biscuit, and the raspberry filling is so good, but it's not like too much. Butter biscuit is definitely like the main star of the show, but the raspberry filling just adds a little something to it, and it is perfect to have after dinner or alongside tea at night. I love tea and biscuits, okay? Like, send me to England now. I just need to be in like the English countryside sipping tea and having biscuits literally all of the time. I love it so much. Those are definitely my favorite. They are so good. So if you can go to your Trader Joe's and find these, get them, because they are absolutely worth it. I won't say they are the healthiest thing in the world, but like, we don't need to worry about that because they are so good. And like, you just want a sweet treat after dinner. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I can't wait to have one tonight. I love them. Well, I think I've done enough talking. Those are all of my quarterly favorites. Again, I will have links to them below, but do not feel the pressure to shop from them. They're just ease so you can find them. I would love to know what your favorites are in any of these categories. If you have a favorite skincare item you're loving right now, favorite podcast, show, clothes, whatever, please share it in the comments. I am so nosy and just love hearing what other people are loving right now. So definitely share in the comments what you're loving. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe if you are not already. Turn on the bell so you never miss a video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!
With you and I, the future is bright.